While Nicola Peltz has been making headlines for her recent wedding to Brooklyn Beckham, she's also a young star who's emerging as a force to be reckoned with on the big and small screens. Some of her well-known roles include starring in Transformers Age of Extinction and the series Bates Motel, but she has some big upcoming projects too, including portraying Playboy Playmate Dorothy Stratten in the series Immigrant. Not only is Nicola an actress, she's also the heiress to a billion-dollar fortune and has grown up in the limelight. Well, if you want to learn more about the story and life of Nicola Peltz, then stay tuned because we'll get into all of that and more here for you on Famous Life. Nicola Ann Peltz was born on January 9, 1995 in Westchester County, New York to father Nelson Peltz, a billionaire businessman, and mother, Claudia Hefner, a model. She has one sister, Brittany, and 6 brothers, twins Zachary and Gregory, Diesel, Matthew, as well as former professional hockey player Brad Peltz and actor Will Peltz. Nicola is of Jewish descent from her father's side and was raised in a Jewish household, while her mother is of Italian, German, British descent. Her parents were both wildly successful in their respective fields. Nicola is an heiress due to her father Nelson being a billionaire, whose assets include the Snapple brand of drinks. Mainly, Nelson Peltz is the founder of Tryon Fund Management and boasts a net worth of an estimated $1.6 billion according to Forbes. They reported that he has a further $8.5 billion in assets under management, as well as stakes in companies like the Bank of New York Mellon and Tiffany. In an interview, Nelson said of his success, "I don't know that I've achieved anything that spectacular. I don't know if just making money is a great achievement." Nelson was actually a college dropout who began working for the family's food company, worth about $2.5 million back in 1963, and he helped transform it into a $150 million publicly held company by 1978. The business tycoon went on to launch his own business empire in the 1980s. Nicola's mother is a former model, and while she chooses to keep her personal life more private, reports claim that Claudia has her own net worth of about $5 million from her modeling career and business investments. Nicola's parents have been married since 1985, while Nelson also has a further 2 children from a previous marriage, but their names are kept private. The young actress shares a close bond with her brothers, especially Brad, who's in his early 30s, and they make regular appearances on each other's Instagram feed. Nicola is very family-oriented and even has a Yiddish tattoo on her ribs that says "Family First." Despite having such a large family with a billionaire for a father, Nicola was no doubt allowed to lead a privileged and high-profile life. She grew up splitting her time between her family's mansion in Palm Beach, Florida, where she recently wed Brooklyn Beckham, and a 27-bedroom estate in Bedford, New York. The 130-acre Palm Beach estate boasts features like an indoor ice rink, amazing pools, and even flocks of albino peacocks. Nicola attended private schools in New York throughout her childhood, including Rye Country Day School, where annual fees are said to range from $42,000 to $50,000 a year. You might be surprised to know that Nicola actually showed an interest in hockey and grew up playing ice hockey, even thinking it would become her career. Of course, she was inspired by her brother Brad, who now does play the sport professionally. However, after taking an acting class at school, Nicola became interested in a career in the arts instead, and acquired a talent agent at the young age of 12. By age 13, she ended up already securing a role in the Manhattan Theater Club production of Blackbird alongside actor Jeff Daniels. Her pursuit of acting is also said to have inspired her older brother Will Peltz to become an actor himself, later appearing in movies such as Unfriended in 2015. When Nicola was an aspiring actress, she would reportedly lie on her resume listing elaborate talents, including bungee jumping, something she'd only done once in a mall. In reality, her actual childhood passion was animals, and at the time, her family had 12 dogs, 2 of which were Nicola's. In an interview, she further said that once her brother Brad had ordered a miniature pig online and was gonna hide it in his bedroom, but upon arriving it was soon clear that it was actually a pet boar, and the 2 had to donate him to a local farm. While to this day, Nicola is still a big animal rights advocate and regularly donates to charities, including those that fight against canine euthanasia. While Nicola had her stage debut in 2007 with Blackbird, her acting career started at age 11 when she had a role in the Christmas comedy Deck the Halls in 2006, starring Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick. She later co-starred as Becky in the comedy movie Harold in 2008, and the same year she appeared in the music video for Miley Cyrus's song 7 Things. In 2010, Nicola landed a starring role in the M. Night Shyamalan film The Last Airbender opposite Dev Patel and Jackson Rathbone, based on the first season of the Nickelodeon animated series Avatar: The Last Airbender. It was her first major role, and she starred as Katara, female lead in the family adventure movie. However, the film was a flop. The Last Airbender was universally disliked by critics and won Razzie Awards for Worst Picture, Worst Director, and Worst Screenplay of the Year. Nicola even picked up a Razzie nomination for Worst Supporting Actress. Despite this, soon she would be bouncing back with a big role in a hit TV series. In 2012, Nicola starred with Melanie Lynskey and Campbell Scott in Eye of the Hurricane, which is an adventure film about a small community in the Everglades putting their lives back together during a devastating hurricane. In terms of the larger role she would bounce back with, in 2013 she landed the role of Bradley Martin in the TV series Bates Motel, a contemporary prequel to Alfred Hitchcock's classic thriller Psycho in 1960. Nicola's character in the show, Bradley, was a troubled teen who was one of the few friends of the young Norman Bates, played by Freddie Highmore. The series ran until 2017. Peltz broke through to an even bigger audience on the big screen in her most high-profile role to date, when she played Mark Wahlberg's daughter Tessa in the blockbuster film Transformers Age of Extinction in 2014. Replacing Megan Fox as the action series' main babe had Nicola attracting a lot more media attention. Later that summer, she also starred in Kevin Ash's film Affluenza, which had a limited release in July 2014 and was a coming-of-age story also starring Ben Rosenfield and Greg Sulkin, inspired by The Great Gatsby, and set among the upper class in Long Island during the financial meltdown in 2008. Aside from acting, Nicola also models, and in 2015 she walked the runway for Alexander Wang's last fashion show for Balenciaga at Paris Fashion Week. In 2016, she would join the cast of the dark comedy film Youth in Oregon, as well as appear in Zayn Malik's music video for It's You. Further projects Nicola was involved in over the last few years include being cast as Chrissy in the Hulu drama When the Streetlights Go On, starring in the film Backroads, which was Alex Pettyfer's directorial debut, as well as starring in the sci-fi film Our House and The Obituary of Tunde Johnson. Her most recent role was in 2020, where she played Felicity in the holiday romantic comedy Holidate, also starring Emma Roberts. Of course, being a Hollywood star and an heiress, Peltz also has plenty of A-list friends in her inner circle. She's been friends with Sophia Richie, Lionel Richie's daughter, since 2015, and the two are often spotted at fashion shows together, meeting for lunch in LA and going bowling. Nicola is also regularly seen with her other friends like model Gigi Hadid and Canadian photographer Alison Albright. But her most publicized relationship is, of course, her romantic one, with her new hubby, 23-year-old Brooklyn Beckham, son of soccer star David Beckham, and former Spice Girl Victoria Beckham. In recent news, they got married at her family's Palm Springs estate, where Nicola would wear a stunning Valentino gown with a long train and long lace gloves. While Nicola and Brooklyn didn't make their relationship Instagram official until January 2020, the couple has been together since October 2019, first sparking rumors when they were spotted together out to dinner after a Halloween party hosted by Leonardo DiCaprio. Brooklyn recently joined Nicola in Los Angeles, where she's been preparing for her latest on-screen project, the limited Hulu series Immigrant. The actress unveiled her new look for the show on Instagram, where she'll be playing former Playboy Playmate Dorothy Stratten. The show is written and executive produced by Robert Siegel, who also created the limited series Pam and Tommy. According to Deadline, Immigrant is the true story of Soman Steve Banerjee, the Indian-American entrepreneur who started Chippendales. The series will detail the insane, darkly comedic, crime-ridden story behind the unique male revue that became a cultural phenomenon. Nicola's character, Dorothy, was managed by her sleazy husband, Paul Snider, and she was a playmate, actress, and unexpected key player in the founding of the male strip club Chippendales. Aside from this, for Nicola's other career moves coming up, She's planning to try her creative hand at directing in the upcoming indie film Lola James, which will serve as her directorial debut. The movie is currently being produced in Los Angeles. I think that we'll be seeing a lot more of Nicola Peltz, whether it's in the tabloids or on screen in the near future. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Famous Life and leave a comment for who you'd like us to feature next.